I'm here with Joe Rotella, who made this amazing pen, and he's going to show us exactly how to do it.
Well, I only learned this recently at the Columbus Makerspace from a master craftsman, Devin Palmer, and he showed me in a day how to use this massive lathe to turn that little tiny pen, but we can use a micro lathe to do the same job.
Cool.
Devin made all these pieces here. Look at the pens. They're spectacular. Some are wood, and some are actually wood and resin combined.
They're absolutely amazing, and they make you want to reach out and touch them. This wine cork is just unbelievably gorgeous. So,
and even little Christmas ornaments, unfinished and then turned resin.
So many gorgeous things, and how are we going to get started?
So whenever you start to make a pen, you start with a blank, and they come in this shape, and of course this is all wood. They have some that are a mixture of woods. There's some wood and resin, even all resin. When you buy a pen kit, it's going to have all the components that you see laid out there, and inside those two pieces of wood are tiny brass pipes. The goal is to get this blank to be as big as those two brass pipes. So normally I would measure it out based on the pipes. Then we can come over here to the bandsaw, and we're just going to cut it to the right length. So once we have the right length, then we'll drill a hole in the center, and then we glue in that brass pipe. And I have one already done, so it's all dried, ready to go.
Okay, for a second I thought you meant there was a brass pipe in the wood already, and I was unclear how you weren't going to cut through it. So it's a block of wood, you're drilling a hole, and you're putting that brass pipe in there.
Exactly, and gluing it in. It has to dry.
Okay.
Now we want to thread it on the mandrel. This is the part of the lathe that's going to hold all the pieces together. And our goal is to turn or chisel these down so they fit the same size as the end and the middle and the end of the pen. But
so we're turning a square into a circle.
We are, but I don't want to put those good pieces on here because if I hit it with the chisel, I'll ruin that metal. So I'm using bushings kind of as substitutes or placeholders.
Ah, so I get it. You're not actually putting the parts of the pen, you're putting things that are sort of acting as the parts of the pen would, but it's okay if they get nicked up.
Exactly, exactly. So then we're going to thread them on the mandrel.
And then you go ahead and tighten that down. And would this be the same process on a giant lathe as it is on this little one?
It is, and the giant lathe is spinning at about 12,000 RPMs, which can be really fancy. Fast, not fancy, but
it could be
scary fast. It's scary
there
fast.
You go.
I asked the instructor, how fast should it be? And he's like, until you're scared. I thought, oh, that's good.
Oh.
So now we put this end on. We're going to tighten it up.
And I know you told me that with the lathe, safety glasses are an absolute necessity.
Once we start, we're going to put on those glasses. Now, this piece here, we have to be very careful to adjust this because I want it to be close enough to hold my tool, but not so close that when it spins, it hits.
It hits it, okay.
So, and sometimes...
What is that piece? Is that a rest for your hand?
This is just a rest for your tool.
Okay, or your tool.
Sometimes these blanks aren't square, so you do want to go all the way around just to be sure that you've got it at the right distance.
That's a great tip.
Now that takes care of the distance this way. Now when we have our tool, we want to be able to have the tool hit just about the center of the block. So this might have to get lowered just a hair.
And you know, anybody who's ever done any woodworking has always told me that preparation, good, strong preparation, is the key to a fantastic result.
Now, this is going to be really loud at first because we're taking a square block and we're going to try to make it a cylinder. Then we'll worry about shaping it.
Cool.
You ready? Got your glasses?
Oh, I'm excited.
So let's turn it on. And now I'm going to start to take that square and make it a circle. You can almost see it starting.
I can, and I can see why we have the safety glasses on, because certainly wood chips are flying. So now you're just holding, is it a chisel? Up to
a carving tool.
Edge, and you're moving it slowly, left to right, so that it's slowly carving that into a circle. It's kind of mesmerizing and magical. I love it. And of course, you're being sure to keep your hands away from anything that's actually moving.
Let's see, we're pretty close to that circle.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little more circle, then I'll shape, and I'm going to have you hold the tool.
Oh my gosh.
You get to try it. How's that? I'm always going to start in the center and work my way out.
Oh, interesting. So you never start on the edge. I would have thought they would start on the edge instead. But you're
when I remove the block, I do, but from the shaping point of view, it gives me that nice little curve in the middle.
Whoa. Oh yeah, of course, because it has that kind of part where it bulges out in the center and then it tapers to that lovely point, which is really cool. So how do you know how far to go?
Well,
how do you know like when to stop, I guess?
So remember, these bushings are the same diameter as those parts of the pen, and I'm trying to get not quite exactly even, about literally a hair bigger, because then when I hold sandpaper to finish it, it'll take the hair off, and it should be a completely smooth transition.
I see. Well, that's an easy way to measure that.
You want to give it a shot?
I do. I'm nervous and excited.
So keep it. Don't put your hands this way. Always here.
Okay.
Always centered.
Okay.
As you move in, and you'll get the feel.
Okay. So only for a minute. So I hold the chisel here and here, starting at the center. Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Don't put it up to the wood till
Okay.
we move it. Now start in the middle. So you can go a little harder against that wood.
Oh, so you actually push it in.
Can I take, there you go.
So this is the kind of thing that you would just want to practice. Anyway,
You
I want to get to the next step because I know that there's a lot more that we have to do
Well,
here.
actually, when we're all done here, we'll end up with these two pieces. Look, I have to take some sawdust off. We're covered. So we end up with these separate pieces. Now the point is to put them together.
Okay.
And it's just a pressure fit. So as an example, we put the nozzle here, or the tip of the pen.
What is this tool? It's a pen press
This is
or
a pen
something?
press.
Okay, so it's actually literally made for putting pens together.
Yep. And now grab that handle and slowly.
Slowly. Am I going slow enough?
Hold on one sec. Let me make sure we're nice and straight. There you go. Slowly push.
Slowly push.
Keep pushing.
Okay.
And you have to be a little delicate because
sorry.
we don't want to snap that wood. That wood is only about a 16th.
Is that enough?
A little bit more. See the little crack?
Okay.
A little harder.
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay.
So now we have this part of the pen done. Now we can do the same thing with the barrel
super cool.
part
And if we
work
look,
your
may
way
I
all the
steal
way
a pen
across.
from you, sir?
You can.
Actually, there you go. You can see how easy it is to make an awesome wood pen.